What if I told you there's a simple, almost effortless habit that could protect your heart, lower your blood pressure, and help you sleep better? Starting today. No medications, no gym memberships, no intense workouts. Just a small shift in your daily routine that could quite literally change how your body ages, especially if you're over 55. Now imagine this. You're sitting in your living room, perhaps sipping your morning coffee, thinking about the long list of things your doctor mentioned at your last checkup. More pills, more restrictions, more worries. But what if you could take back some control right here, right now, without leaving the house intro? As we get older, our bodies respond differently. What used to feel like a minor inconvenience, like a bad night's sleep or a short burst of stress, can now leave us feeling tired, achy, and concerned about our heart health. Sound familiar? Maybe your blood pressure doesn't return to normal as quickly as it once did. Maybe you found yourself lying awake at night, heart racing, wondering if something's wrong. And maybe you're tired of feeling like your health is slipping through your fingers. Here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 powerful doctor-approved exercises that thousands of older adults just like you are using to stay strong, balanced, and in control of their heart health. These aren't high-intensity workouts. You won't need fancy machines or expensive gear. All you need is a little space, a sturdy chair, and an open mind. So take a breath, settle in, and stay with me until the end. You might be surprised just how much power you still have over your own health at any age. Exercise 1. Brisk walking, sramang, the underrated heart saver. Let's start with something incredibly simple yet surprisingly effective. Brisk walking. Now you might be thinking, walking, that's it. But here's the thing. When done right, brisk walking is one of the most powerful cardiovascular tools for older adults. When you walk at a pace that makes your heart beat just a little faster but doesn't leave you gasping for air, you're giving your cardiovascular system the perfect kind of nudge. It's like telling your heart, hey, I still care about you. In fact, studies have found that walking briskly for just 30 minutes a day can reduce your systolic blood pressure by up to 10 points. That's not a minor improvement. That's the kind of difference that can mean fewer pills, fewer visits to the doctor, and a lot more peace of mind. But the benefits don't stop there. Walking also calms the nervous system. It helps dissolve the silent stress that often hides beneath the surface stress that keeps your blood pressure elevated even when your body is resting. And when you walk outdoors through a park around the block or even in a shopping mall, you're not just exercising your heart, you're also resetting your mind. You're stepping out of isolation and into the world. Every step becomes a quiet act of healing. Here's something many people overlook: walking with someone else, a partner, a neighbor. Even a dog brings social connection into the equation. And that connection has measurable effects on blood pressure and emotional health. Loneliness weighs heavy on the heart, but movement with companionship, that's lightness in more ways than one. One of our longtime viewers, Harold, age 78, from Minnesota, wrote to share his story. He started walking after breakfast each morning. At first, he struggled. His knees ached, and he wasn't convinced it would help. But within 2 weeks, he began noticing changes. Less heaviness in his legs, less fatigue when standing, and a surprising note from his doctor. Your numbers are already improving. That's the power of consistency. It's not about walking far, it's about walking every day. So if you've been imagining exercise as something that happens in a gym with machines and music blaring, I invite you to reframe it. Real exercise that protects your heart after age 60 is as simple as putting one foot in front of the other with intention. No treadmill required, no coaching necessary. Just a pair of supportive shoes, a bit of fresh air, and a few minutes of your time. Exercise 2, chair squats. Strength for the heart starts with the legs. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked forms of heart support: your legs. It may sound surprising, but your leg muscles are more connected to your heart than you might think. That's where chair squats come in. Now, I'm not asking you to do full-on gym squats or balance on one leg. We're starting with something accessible: the simple act of standing up from a chair and sitting back down slowly with control. Why does this matter? Because your leg muscles act like a second heart. When they're strong and activated, they help pump blood upward from your lower body, reducing the workload on your actual heart. Better circulation, better blood pressure, Lower risk of blood pooling or clotting in the legs, a common issue as we age and spend more time seated. Here's what happens when you do chair squats regularly. You build muscle in your thighs, glutes, and hips. You strengthen your core. Also, you help your blood vessels stay flexible so your heart doesn't have to strain to push blood through stiff arteries. That kind of flexibility is one of the hidden keys to preventing hypertension and heart disease. But the benefits aren't just physical. Chair squats rebuild something even more valuable: confidence. Many older adults quietly live with the fear of falling, or worse, the fear of not being able to get back up once they're down. Every time you rise from that chair without using your arms, you're reminding your body and your mind, I've still got this. And you do. Coming up next, exercise number 3 will help you improve circulation, reduce stiffness, and balance your blood pressure using nothing more than a simple stretch you can do right next to your sofa. Stay with me, your heart will thank you. Before we move on, let's take a breath and remember where we left off. In the last section, we explored the simple power of chair squats, how that one small movement, standing and sitting with control, begins to retrain your body and send a message to your brain. You're still capable, not just in theory, but in real measurable ways. And that's self-belief. It does more than just feel good. It actually improves your health. Reclaiming capability one movement at a time. When you teach your body that you're still capable, your mind listens. And when your mind believes you're still capable, your body responds. That cycle of confidence and movement is deeply healing. It's a truth we see time and again: when people feel capable, they stay active. And when they stay active, they maintain independence physically, emotionally, and even socially. I remember a woman named Martha, an 82-year-old viewer from Oregon, who shared her journey with us. She began with just 5 chair squats a day. No more, no less. At first, it was tough. Her knees made popping sounds, and she needed to hold onto the table for balance. But she didn't give up. 3 weeks later, she was doing 10 squats, this time without using her hands. Her doctor noticed something too. Martha's resting heart rate had dropped, and she told us she felt steadier on her feet. That wasn't luck. That was strength reclaimed, rebuilt, and reinforced, one careful sit and stand at a time. This is why consistency matters. Small efforts done daily grow into real, lasting change. If you're still with us right now and finding these tips helpful, I'd love to know you're here. Drop a quick comment with the number 2 below, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, now's a great time. Hit the bell so you won't miss the rest of this series. Your support helps us keep making content that informs, inspires, and empowers. Now let's keep going. Exercise 3: wall push-ups. A gentle boost for heart and posture. Next up, wall push-ups. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Wall push-ups, aren't those a bit too easy? But don't be fooled. What they lack in flash, they make up for in function. That's exactly why they're perfect, especially for older adults who want to strengthen their upper body and support heart health without risking joint strain. The benefit isn't in how hard they feel, it's in what they activate. When you press yourself away from a wall, you engage the chest, shoulders, arms, and upper back. But more importantly, you stimulate blood flow to the upper part of your body, including your heart. Think of each push as gently waking up the cardiovascular system, encouraging circulation in areas that often go stiff and still. And here's the kicker: the repetitive motion of wall push-ups helps keep your arteries flexible, which reduces the likelihood of sudden spikes in blood pressure. Why does that matter? Because stiff arteries are one of the silent drivers of heart attacks, especially the kind that sneak up in your 70s or 80s when you least expect them. Just 10 minutes a day of light resistance training like this can make a measurable difference in your systolic blood pressure over time. But there's more. Wall push-ups do something else quietly powerful: they improve posture. When you're standing upright, pressing against the surface, your chest naturally opens up. Your spine lengthens and your breathing deepens. And when your breath deepens, your stress levels drop. More oxygen, less tension. That's a subtle but crucial formula for long-term heart health. Let's be honest, good posture doesn't just help you feel better. It helps you look stronger, more grounded, more present in your body. It's a small way to reclaim your space, to say, I'm not shrinking with age, I'm still standing tall. I once spoke to a gentleman named Leonard, 74, who'd had a triple bypass a decade earlier. He started small, just 10 wall push-ups a day, while brushing his teeth. It became a habit. Eventually, he began doing 30 each evening while watching the news. The results. His balance improved. His doctor reduced his blood pressure medications. And for the first time in years, Leonard said he was sleeping through the night. No gym, no machines, just one wall and a decision to use it. That's what consistency looks like. And that's your body saying, I'm still here. Just give me a reason to move. Wall push-ups are one of the gentlest, most powerful invitations you can offer. Exercise 4. Leg raises. Quiet strength with big impact. Now let's move lower to the legs with an exercise that might not look like much, but carries big benefits. Leg raises. At first glance, lifting your leg while sitting or lying down seems almost too simple. But under the surface, something powerful is happening. Your legs contain the largest muscles in your body, and when those muscles contract, they act like a natural pump, helping return blood from your lower body back to your heart. This is especially important for older adults who spend more time seated. After the age of 70, many of us are more sedentary than we'd like to admit. And when blood sits too long in the legs, it can lead to swelling heaviness and rising blood pressure. But with leg raises, you gently reverse that trend. You awaken the calves, thighs, and glutes, reigniting muscles that quietly support your heart every day. You help improve circulation, prevent fluid retention, and reduce cardiovascular strain. And the best part, you can do leg raises anywhere while watching TV, sitting on the edge of your bed, or even while waiting for the kettle to boil. Here's how: lift one leg slowly. Hold it for a few seconds. Lower it with control. Alternate legs. And breathe. That part is essential. Breathing steadily as you move signals to your nervous system that everything's okay. That lowers internal pressure, both physical and emotional. There's also a psychological shift that happens here, one that's just as important. Many older adults who start doing leg raises regularly report feeling more in control. They begin to trust their bodies again. One woman I'll never forget, Ethel, age 81, told me she hadn't felt confident walking to the corner store in years. But after 3 weeks of daily leg raises, she noticed a change. She wasn't gripping the handrails as tightly, her gait was stronger. And she said something that stayed with me ever since I stopped feeling fragile. That's it right there. That's the transformation we're after. So the next time you think, it's just lifting my legs, I want you to remember this. You're not just moving muscles, you're rebuilding the very foundation of your health. Because with every leg raise, you're supporting circulation, mobility, blood pressure, and long-term strength. One small lift, one more moment of control. In the last section, we talked about how even simple movements like leg raises can rebuild strength, boost circulation, and restore a sense of confidence. Now let's continue on that journey of reclaiming independence, one small step at a time. If you're still watching and finding value in these insights, I'd love to hear from you. Just drop a number 4 in the comments below. It lets me know you're here, you're engaged, and you're walking this path with us. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support means a lot. It's what helps us keep creating meaningful content that informs, supports, and inspires. Now let's move forward with exercise 5, wall push-ups. Wall push-ups might seem almost too simple at a first glance. They don't look intense, they don't leave you gasping for breath, and yet they are quietly powerful. Especially for older adults, they strike that perfect balance between safety and strength. They're easy on the joints, gentle on the lower back, and far kinder to the wrists than traditional floor push-ups. But make no mistake, your muscles are still working hard. And more importantly, so is your heart. Every time you push yourself away from the wall, you're not just moving your arms, you're activating your chest, shoulders, and upper back. These muscle groups play a surprisingly significant role in supporting cardiovascular function. Why? Because when they engage, they help blood circulate more freely and efficiently. That means your heart doesn't have to work as hard to do its job. Over time, this consistent, gentle resistance training helps lower blood pressure and reduces the stress placed on your cardiovascular system. And here's something worth remembering. The aging heart doesn't always need intensity, it needs consistency. Here's how to get started. Stand about an arm's length away from a sturdy wall. Place your palms flat against the wall, shoulder width apart. Slowly bend your elbows, leaning your chest toward the wall, then press back to your starting position. There's no rush here. In fact, slower is better. Controlled movements help strengthen muscles while minimizing stress on the joints. Not sure when to fit them into your day? Try this trick, do a few while brushing your teeth or waiting for your tea to steep. Just 5 to 10 wall push-ups a few times a day can gradually improve your endurance, your confidence, and even your breathing. Small moments used wisely add up. I'll never forget a conversation I had with Harold, a 74-year-old who started doing wall push-ups when his doctor recommended more movement. He said, "At first I thought it was nothing, just a silly exercise. But now I carry groceries without stopping. I breathe deeper, and I don't feel like my chest is caving in anymore." That's not magic. That's muscle oxygen and circulation doing exactly what they were meant to do. And there's another layer to this one that often goes unspoken. Emotional strength. When you do something as simple as a wall push-up, you send a quiet message to yourself, "I still have strength in me." That message seeps into everything, how you rise in the morning, how you hold yourself, how you engage with the world around you. So if your arms have been feeling weak lately, or if you find yourself slowly sinking deeper into the chair each day, I want you to remember this. Every single wall push-up you do is a statement, a quiet rebellion against the idea that aging equals decline, because it doesn't have to, not if you keep moving. Final thoughts. Getting older isn't a reason to give up on your heart, your body, or your sense of vitality. In fact, it's the very reason to lean in to start protecting the body that has carried you through so much. These 5 exercises we've explored may appear simple, but don't underestimate them. Each one supports your heart, your circulation, and your energy in powerful ways. And the best part? You don't need a gym. No fancy machines, no expensive memberships, just your body, your breath, and your willingness to try. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. One walk, one stretch, one gentle movement at a time. Your body will remember, and it will reward you with steadier blood pressure, deeper sleep, more energy, and a heart that doesn't have to strain to get you through the day. So let me ask you, how many of these movements are already part of your daily routine? And which one are you ready to start today? Think about it, reflect, then share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's learn from each other, lift each other up, and grow stronger together. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd truly love to hear from you. What's one thing you learned in this video, and how do you plan to apply it in your life? Your thoughts matter. Your voice matters. Reading your comments gives us the motivation to keep creating content that speaks directly to you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more people who, just like you, are committed to living well at every age. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.